Hello everyone, and welcome to issue 32 of our newsletter. It's our weekly update for upcoming streams and events. Before we begin, I'd just like to thank you all for supporting the channel and helping us to grow. Your help as always is appreciated. Alright folks, here we are, another week, and more fun and games as always. Tell you what, we're cracking up with the subscribers. We're nearly at the 440 mark, so all possible we might hit that magic 500 before the end of the year, which would be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, glad to see more of you are coming onto the channel, you are finding this and staying and enjoying the content. Don't forget to interact. You know, it's great that you watch your videos, but say hello now and again. It's always good to hear and get your opinions as well on the movies we've watched. Something I brought up on Thursday with Vale, we schedule these streams ahead of time, so if you look at the channel you can see upcoming streams, and the purpose of the newsletter as well is to let you know, just so you can watch the movie before we review it. So you can join in the live chat, you know, you can text obviously in the chat room. So whenever we're streaming, if you watch a movie before we go live, you can join in the discussion, which is always welcome. There's a few people there already, but more the merrier, as I say. Always welcome. Just leave a comment, all that good stuff, the typey clicky things, as I say. Just get the old engagement going. Let's know what you think about the movies that we're watching and reviewing and talking about. And I seem to get more engagement with the news articles for some reason. People get really emotionally involved with news articles that I read out from other folks, which is always funny. But yeah, as I say, you're always welcome. That's why we do this here, is to give you a heads up. So all you do is, if you want to find out about a particular movie, is hit the notify button when you go to the stream, and that'll let you know. I think it's the same in Facebook. It says it's an event, so if you click that you're going to the event, it means that you'll get a notification just before we stream. But yeah, check out the movies we're watching. I always put a link in the description so you can check it out. And like I said, just nice to have you on board. These are all coming now. We're seeing more people, more engagement, more involvement with the channel. So yeah, don't be afraid to stop in and say hello. We don't bite much. Anyway, before I go on to upcoming streams, we'll have some news from our friends. So first of all, Acrostar Films have just released their Indiegogo campaign for Return of the Corn Zombies, which is a sequel to Attack of the Corn Zombies. So if you've seen a review of that, had a lot of fun with that movie. As always, Acrostar, great folks. Had them on the channel a few times. In fact, need to organise getting them on again to have a chat with them. This is 1960s style, so it's just all themed with that. And they do really well with the locations. I mean, you get the whole feel of the era, not in the clothing, the acting. It's just, like I said, just a lot of fun. So check that out, as always, in the email link. So if you're not subscribed to our email list, please do, because with the videos as well, I include the images, links, so you can go check this stuff out for yourself. Also, 7 Stream Productions have just released, they've got a new distributor for the UK, so they've just released a pre-order for Beware the Boogeyman, so that's going to be a DVD release, and then I think it'll be available on streaming afterwards. 5th of September I think it goes live, but you can pre-order now. I hope this is going to be the beginning of more content coming our side of the pond. As you know, Cameron and I discovered 7th Street. I think Calvin messages during the one stream or something, said, here, check out this. So we did. We absolutely ripped the movie apart, and he loved it, and then he came on the show and we had a great time, and we've been fans ever since. We're still to do Pillow Party Massacre, because I've finally got access to it, so get to watch it. I got cut off, you know, don't know what happened, but we were getting these movies. I was able to join in, and then for some reason they just stopped distributing to the UK, so that was a bit annoying. Cameron won't do it without me, you know. I mean, it's one of those things that we do together, same as some of like the Hatchet series. We're going to do those together, like Hammer do with Steve, and certain things to do with Chris and that and Dale. You know, we've got certain bunches of movies that we like to review together. It's kind of the whole point of the channel, is to go on, riff and have a laugh with each other. So hopefully this is the beginning of 7th Street coming to the UK, so I can get my grubby mitts into their movies and have a laugh with them. Same as always, they're completely irreverent, don't care, they're just out to have fun. They show it on screen. Pillow Party Massacre, they definitely got the sound sorted out. I think it's one of their best productions to date that I got to watch, so you can definitely see the improvement. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's just progression. As you do this thing, you build up the equipment, you start off small. As things start to see success and take off, then you can afford to upgrade, get better equipment, particularly sound, visuals, you name it, and you can see that 7th Street are going from strength to strength. Looking forward to seeing that there, and if this is the sign of things to come, looking forward to getting back into the movies again and playing catch up, hopefully. But there you go, Acrostar and 7th Street have been long-term friends of the channel, and it's always great to see what they're putting out next, and where I can support them, and I recommend you do as well, because that's what we need to do. We need to support our independent creators, because Hollywood is just absolute guff. And if you saw my review earlier of Tarot, you'll see why. It's just generic guff that they're putting out. So let's support people with a bit of imagination, and at least hopefully we'll get horror back again, because it seemed to be taken away from us recently because they've burned through everything else. Anyway, on to our streams. Tuesday 4th of June, Chris and I are back on, and we're doing Sharknado 2. Good. Do you know when you think something seemed like a good idea at the time, and then you're like, oh my god, why am I doing this? Yeah, the second one isn't really any better than the first. A few more set locations, but yeah, it is what it is. But we'll have a laugh with it, we'll rip it apart. There'll probably be a crazy theory thrown in there at some point, as it is, and we can take it from there. Thankfully, we're not just doing all these in a row, because that would break my brain. Doing all 6 of these movies back to back. At least we're breaking it up with Final Destination, which, not fantastic, but a lot more fun than these. At least there's a bit of heart to them. But yeah, looking forward to that there. Be a laugh. Wednesday, 5th of June, I am on Brotherhood of the Dice, and we are playing The Hills Rise Wild. So it's the second part. We've had a bit of, because of the summer, people have real life stuff and conventions and so on. Our Wednesday group's kind of been start and stop. So it's the second part of this. We played the first part, which we weren't meant to play. We were meant to play something else, but then it got changed, so we got it. So basically, this all revolves around meteors land in and around the Arkham area. We're sent out in groups to try and find a piece of the meteor itself, you know, for scientific discovery and renown and all that kind of stuff. And we have been taken into a remote part of the hills where we just happen to find the only inhabitants who've invited us into their home, and we are absolutely bricking it because, like, what are we going to hit with next? This is part of the sort of loose connection, the League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen. So we're going busy from adventure to adventure, and it's got to the point where we're just that paranoid now. A woman offering us a cup of tea has us all shaking. We're like, what's going to happen? What's in the tea? Are we going to get taken over? I think we've been playing this game too long. But once we've finished with this scenario, I think we'll be getting ready to start playing the Judge Dredd role-playing game. So I've never played it before. Love the universe, and it'll be cool to see where we go with that. I think one of the adventures we'll start off playing judges, and then there's loads of like side adventures, and you're out in the wasteland and all sorts. So yeah, it'll be fun getting that there. But come join us on Twitch on Wednesday the 5th, and we'll go nicely to our untimely deaths, as I say. We'll see what happens. Monday, 10th of June then, I am on with Steve as we continue our look at the Hammer horror films with The Mummy. So this is 1959, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. What more do you need to know? Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing are in a movie together. The end. It's brilliant. That's all you really need to know. This is another one, a review with Cameron way back in the beginning, and it was another one of the streams that got lost. God, that was a frustrating time. The first year of this channel was wild. We were just starting off with the sort of live streams. That was a new idea. We're only doing that once a month. We were focused mainly on the horrific tales segment, and everything else sort of came as went. But that first year, sorting out the technology, trying to get the streams out, and then the streams would go out and they wouldn't save, so something strange happened there. The thing would go, people would watch, and then they would just disappear. Very, very strange indeed. But thankfully we got over that, and things seem to be, touch wood, working well so far. Hopefully it'll continue, and at least gives us a chance to have a look at these movies again, because classics are always good. Good to see new stuff, but it's always good to go back to the classics. It just seems to be this current era of just blandness, which is just putting us off. But lucky enough, horror is that larger genre that barely even touched the surface, so this sort of trend will go and pass and we'll not even notice. Tuesday 11th of June, we're on this channel with Brotherhood of the Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we continue with the Alien RPG. We had to put Session 13 back, so this is Session 13. We never played it when advertised last time. We played another game instead. A few people couldn't make it, so we didn't have a full team, and we're getting close to the end of the scenario, so it's just right that we'll have everybody on board for the conclusion, and there's certain points that every character needs to be there. As always, as I said last time, we're getting into the camp, Fort Nebraska. We're going to try and find level 3 and find out what the hell's going on and try and survive. So yeah, like I said, great bunch of folks, having a laugh, great characters, and this universe is, you know, a lot of fun. It does delve more into the alien universe. You don't even need the xenomorphs, just the universe itself, and I don't know, maybe more things should be explored. I think we'll have a chat about this. There should definitely be more creatures than the xenomorph. I think that's the way to expand this universe out. Unfortunately, the movie side of things is just going in a circle down the drain and can't move past certain things, and I don't know how much of that's fan pressure or just the studio's not having any creativity. But definitely after Alien 3, you can see the franchise has kind of just been the holding pattern and not really went anywhere new or interesting. The prequels, you know, are they even part of the alien universe? That could be argued. Thankfully with this, they've made the effort to expand out the universe and make it a world that you can actually exist in and do missions various sorts, and even like encountering the xenomorph itself, it's still fun. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thursday the 13th of June, I am on with Dale as we continue our look into New Zealand horror with Wellington Paranormal. We're going to do 3 episodes now because they're that short, so we can squeeze more in. So we're going to do Ghosts, She-Wolf and Normal Night. So yeah, we've covered the first 2 episodes of this, and a lot of fun. It's the same style as What We Do in the Shadows. I would say it's a bit more deadpan humour than What We Do in the Shadows, because it's Minogue, and I can't remember the other officer's name, O'Reilly. So we've got the 2 officers and Sergeant Mecca. So they're sort of the 3, the paranormal investigation department, which is in a cupboard pretending that the rest of the police force don't know they're doing it. You're just trying to ignore them. It's got that sort of quirky humour about it, which is fun, and the effects for this, actually, it looks cheap and nasty because it's meant to as a mockumentary, and then when they use the effects, you know this is a well put together production. And they manage to tell these stories like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so they don't mess about. They're not trying to drag this out for like an hour and boring to death. It's short, snappy, and just gets to the point, which is cool. I like that. So be cool, as always, being on with the L's a laugh. Sorry, 15th of June, I'm having another horrific chat with Paul Eric Homeland. So if you remember Paul, he came on with Northern Lights in Darkness, the TTRPG writing group. Basically, he just wants to give an update on The Art of Hoog, how it's going, and the fact that it's now available as print, and there's a whole process making these available. It's not like your traditional Amazon print on demand. There's a bit more. So for those that are thinking of maybe going down this route, be good to chat to Paul, talk about the process, what it involved, and basically updates. You know, he's a few projects in the works, and good to have him on again. We've kept in touch ever since the first interview, so not everything's broadcast on the channel, but we've been back and forward in various things in the background, and it's always cool to keep in touch with people, so great to have him back on the show, and we can see where things go from there and what he's got up to. So there you go, that's it, that's our updates for the moment. As always, this is not a definitive list. I'm sure I'll throw the odd stream in here and there. I've sort of got a pattern. I've got busy week, not so busy week. So my busy week's obviously where I've all the streams with my guests and our gaming session, and not so busy week, that gives me the opportunity then to look at myself what I want to review. So I think I'll keep it loose, and I'll see what's coming up and what I fancy watching, and then I'll do like the odd cuff review here and there and throw a game in and just see where we go. It gives me a bit of breathing space as well, so not having every day of the week booked up with other people and having to always, you know, schedule and plan and take notes and stuff. It's good to have a wee bit of freedom to have a bit of variety. So there you go, that's it for now. Just easy to say, keep up the channel, do the type of clicky things, and until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.